Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
You have been waiting on it all year. Now it's your chance to make this Christmas better than ever. Get the extra cash you need with a Make This Christmas Better loan from the GUT Credit Union. Get up to $50,000 to celebrate your Christmas and make your holiday dreams come true. Home improvements, new furniture, a vehicle, debt consolidation, or even a vacation. We can help you get there. Yes, you can. Make this Christmas better with the GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Good evening and welcome to the GBN television news for Monday, December 20th, 2021. In the headlines, police hoping for a drastic reduction in vehicular accidents after recording 43 over the weekend. Workers at the Grenada Printery say they will down tools for 1 hour every day until government remedies issues at their workplace. Business representative in the Senate says one's vaccination status will determine one's livelihood. Vendors in St. George is hoping for a positive spin-off in business during the Christmas season. Coming up in regional news, Barbadians welcome one-day VAT-free shopping, but businesses complain about short notice. Internationally, anti-coup crowd come out against the military in Sudan. And coming up in sports, Grenadian swimmers clock new personal best times at international meet in the UAE. The details of these and other stories are straight ahead.
Are you a small business and would like your business to grow? Do you have an event, products or services that people should know about? Be wise. Advertise. Book your spot on GBN Shopping Guide. Be part of Grenada's biggest advertising medium, the Grenada Broadcasting Network. Call our sales department now on 440-2446 or 440-3033 or GBN plus the number sign. Email us at sales@gbn.gd. Special conditions apply.
Thanks for joining us. I am Blossom Alexis-Welsh with the details. Top story, 43 accidents in one weekend alone. Head of the traffic department of the Royal Grenada Police Force, Superintendent Randy Connaught, says though minor, it is a cause for concern and needs to be addressed. Let's get more in this Chrislina John report.
During the period December 12th to 18th, a total of 66 road accidents have been reported by the Royal Grenada Police Force Traffic Department. That's according to head of the department, Superintendent Randy Connaught. This, the officer says, needs to be addressed urgently.
The period 18th to the 17th, to the 19th, which is just the weekend period, we had a total of 43 accidents, and this is by no means an acceptable figure. And part of the reasons for these accidents, as our investigations have revealed, most of those are as a result of distractions or persons just not taking into account that our roadways have become even more congested because of the influx of vehicles that you would find on the public roadway on a daily basis. Just today, just at the period of speaking to here, it's almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and we have had a total of 10 accidents island-wide. This would just give you an indication as to how our accidents progress. This would be an acceptable daily figure.
Superintendent Connaught says what people must understand is that so many accidents put an extra strain on the healthcare system and also reflects a negative image of the country regarding road safety.
I say the traffic department has beefed up its operations and we are more visible on the public roadway, taking into consideration that we are into the Yuletide operations. We have increased our traffic checks, our speed radar checks by way of the use of our Doppler radar guns, and obviously monitoring some of the major activities taking place in and around the island where there would be the temptation for one to drive while being under the influence of alcohol. Our operations have been going smoothly thus far, but I must say we are extremely worried about the spate of road accidents.
The officer highlighted what he believes is noteworthy during the past week.
And what was noticeable for the past week also is accidents involving cyclists. I could just off my head account for 2, and where the cyclists would have fell. Excessive speed may have been a contributing factor from all indications, but we do want to appeal to motorists, cyclists alike, to exercise that level of care and caution while operating a vehicle on the public roadway. We have each an individual responsibility for our own personal care and for the care of other persons on the public roadway, pedestrians also included.
On last Wednesday's accident on the Maurice Bishop Highway, the officer says it remains under full investigation, while the individual remains warded at the General Hospital. Superintendent Connett says he is hopeful that there will be a reduction in accidents for the remainder of the Christmas season. The officer begs the motoring public to exercise due diligence while driving on the nation's roads, being mindful also of pedestrians. Meanwhile, GBN has been informed that a comprehensive report will be given on the death of a mechanic. Unconfirmed reports say died after a vehicle he was working on fell on him. GBN will bring you this report as the information comes to hand. Christina John, GBN News.
Employees at the government printry say they had just about enough working in an environment riddled with issues, and on Monday they donned tools for 1 hour to draw attention to their plight. Let's get the details once again from Christina John.
Help me, I can't breathe. Help me, I can't breathe. Help me, I can't breathe. Health is wealth. Health is wealth. Health is wealth.
On Monday, union representatives stood for 1 hour in solidarity with employees at the Grenada Printry to send a message to government that the deplorable conditions that they have had to work under for years needs to be fixed. Brian Grimes is the president of the representing body, the Public Workers Union.
This is not an action that just came about overnight. The union, under my leadership, we inherited this situation. I wrote to the relevant authorities on the 23rd of July regarding the unsafe conditions at the government printry. In fact, the matter has been long-standing, even years before that. But we have only gotten a generic response. People from the authorities send people to just examine the place, do measurements, and then after that, nothing takes place. This has been a consistent pattern for years where, you complain, people just come around, just give some grand promises, and there are no actions to suit what is commensurate with what is happening within the government printry. It's a very serious situation.
Grimes highlighted the issues that he said remain a health hazard not only to employees but other people accessing the Treasury to conduct business. The PWU president says this was brought to the relevant authorities' attention and has been done to address the problems.
First of all, the air quality in there is terrible. If you step inside it, you will get immediately when you step inside it, you will get a pungent chemical smell coming from there, and the workers have to operate within there for hours upon hours during the day. So you know what that does over a period of time. So we believe in the very short term, at the very least, extractor fans, exhaust fans are supposed to be installed in there to protect the workers. Secondly, we have a situation where the tiles are literally just spontaneously falling down from the roofs. There was an example right where customers have to come, it just spontaneously fell. There is moisture, a lot of condensation in the building that brings about molds and so forth.
It is said who in the kitchen feels the heat. Well, one employee working there for the past 12 years explains what has been happening.
For a long time now, we've been experiencing water drippage, tiles wetting, and right now it's kind of escalated. Tiles have been soaked and falling. Right, a couple of incidents tiles could have fallen on persons. The kitchen area and in the lobby area where the Treasury is at the moment. And our manager normally has to cover his desk as soon as rain is falling. Anytime rainfall, we have been really lenient. We have been very patient. The workers have been producing, and we just think it's time that we get our voices heard.
The printery handles the printing of all government and government-related documents. Up until just before news time, efforts were made to reach Labour Minister Peter David for a response to the issue. However, he was unreachable. GBN reached out to Press Secretary to the Prime Minister, Philomena Robertson, who had promised a feedback. Christelina John, GBN News.
Do we really believe that as a country we get away without ensuring a higher level of vaccination? This was a question posed by private sector Senator Christopher Diali on day 2 of the Senate debate on the 2022 budget. By day 3, the conversation had been taken to a different level as a resolution came to Parliament on the issue of vaccination, which the government senators sought to amend. Here's Gerard Joseph with that development.
Your livelihood is going to be dependent on your status in terms of vaccination or unvaccinated.
Vaccination will determine livelihoods, noted private sector Senator Christopher Diali, who believes that whether via education or mandates, vaccination numbers must be increased drastically, at least to herd immunity levels.
I don't understand for the life of me why our students are not mandated to be vaccinated. And we want to talk about face-to-face. We're joking. From 12 years to 17, not understanding that. I don't know who convinced me otherwise.
Senator Diali, prior to the debate on the vaccine resolution, had said there is only one way to ensure face-to-face learning can be fully resumed in light of the disadvantages of blended learning. The senator is thus in full support of mandating vaccination for students.
We have to vaccinate our children. This is nothing new to us. For us to go to school in the first case, we had to show a vaccination card. That is nothing new. I do know what makes this different. And this one on top of that protects lives.
Andre Lewis had introduced a Labour Senator's resolution to Parliament on vaccination, which sought to ensure vaccination is not a condition of employment for existing workers, among other benefits. However, the private sector senator highlighted the potential reactions in 2022.
You will see more companies demanding of the unvaccinated staff PCR tests probably every 2 weeks, every month, at their cost.
Government Senator Katisha Williams, addressing the actions taken by the private sector in regard to vaccination, noted that where there is an absence of legislation, it does not mean something is prohibited.
It simply means that it is unregulated. The law cannot regulate every single aspect of human life. So just because there is no law mandating vaccination does not mean that the private sector is prohibited from imposing mandatory vaccinations for the health and safety of their employees.
Several senators, including opposition senator Tessa Sincere, stood to speak on the resolution.
I don't want to get into this Rambo tango about vaccinated, unvaccinated, because this is a never-ending debate. We could go on for months and months and new evidence will come up and this person will say and that person will say.
The issue of vaccination was also a high point during the debate of the 2021 budget in Parliament. As of December 19th, there are 35,290 fully vaccinated Grenadians. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
It's 4 days before Christmas and many can see the busy streets with vendors displaying their various products and services while shoppers stop to look or purchase. But how is business really going for vendors this year after experiencing a hard blow from COVID-19? Rena Perry-Thomas spoke with some sidewalk vendors about their business experience.
This level of business and activity in St. George's is one that has not been seen in over a year due to the effects of COVID-19. Many vendors complained of how hard businesses is and their struggle to put food on their table. With the extra money placed in people's pockets in time for Christmas, vendors are hopeful this will result in a little more much-needed dollars in their pockets. GBN News team spoke to the sidewalk vendors in the capital to get an understanding of how business is picking up this Christmas season.
Business is kind of dead, but people is buying gifts for their children and so on. Well, my child is big, so she ain't getting any gift this year, but you know, But other than that, it's okay. It's busy. Friday, Saturday, it's going to be real busy.
It is going all right, you know. It can't complain, really, because, you know, people have stuff to do around this time, you know, they're making sure their bills and everything paid, which I agree with. So I can't complain. It's going great, you know. People would buy soap, oil for their skin and hair, and as a gift for someone, or they send it abroad. So it's going well.
Cannot slow by the area here, but the getting a little bit of it.
Business is okay. Thank God to the government that gives the 2 weeks payout, so people shopping.
The business are going too bad. I thank God for it. I see the table with the little ties and thing on it. So the evening young still, so we watching and see still. Well, it might get a little better by time the 4 days before Christmas, yeah.
So more people would be shopping and buying gifts and coming to wrap and thing. But so good, you know. We're hoping that by the end of the week it would grow and increase.
So things has been kind of slow, but it's picking up bit by bit, and I'm guessing that coming close to Christmas, we hope to see, you know, things improve.
For GBN News, I am Rina Pet Thomas reporting.
Meanwhile, tonight's Beyond the Headlines will shine a light on the recent judgment handed down in the U.S. against Trevor Robertson after he pleaded guilty in the Eastern District of New York to sexual assault on a 5-year-old child here in Grenada. This case has caused quite a stir and will be further debated tonight by Grenadian and U.S. lawyer Denison George, who took it upon himself to ensure that justice is served in the U.S. He will be joined by former Attorney General Darshan Ramdani. Tune in right after tonight's newscast for Beyond the Headlines. This is GBN News at 7. Coming up, we take a look at the Labour senator who's still aggrieved over the Grenlec issue. That story next.
It's the season for all the merry get-togethers and favorite holiday festivities. So how much fruit is too much for Granny's delicious black cake recipe? Or how much paint do we need to fix up the living room? Did someone say punch the creme? Share it all on every device when you bundle. Add a postpaid mobile to your new or existing home services and save 50% off your mobile bill every month. Plus, get a free smartphone. Bundle now and get 10 times the chance to win over $100,000 in cash and prizes with Flow, the nation's only island-wide network.
It's the season to give, and Grenlec invites you to give a gift of love and light to someone in our community who has been challenged by COVID-19. Make your account current and nominate someone for a chance to win. 200 winners will be gifted with a $400 grocery voucher or a $75 electricity voucher. If we select your entry, you too will win. Visit our website or Facebook page for more information. Terms and conditions apply. Promotion runs November 24th to December 24th. Give a gift from Grenlec this holiday.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.
Ariza Credit Union wishes you a joyous and peaceful Christmas. May you and your loved ones continue to be safe as you enjoy the festive season.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.
Ariza Credit Union, your financial freedom, your future.
We're here to make you happy, 'cause that's what we do.
Physical violence, threats, controlling behavior, and being disrespectful are no-nos in any relationship. Parenting together after a breakup can be difficult, but always speak and behave in ways you would want your children to speak and act. You cannot control what your ex-partner does, but you can control how you choose to respond to your ex and what behaviors you display to your children. Parents, display behaviors you will want your children to learn. A respectful child begins with you. Step up your parenting game. My family matters.
Looking for a professional team offering around-the-clock, private and confidential nursing, medical care, and aid services? Then look no further. Nurses Care Grenada is a fully certified, insured, and licensed healthcare facility committed to the reduction and eventual elimination of healthcare disparities affecting the nation. Our registered nurses will visit you at your home, assess your condition, and provide the required treatment under the directive of a doctor. So why worry when there's Nurses Care Grenada? Give us a call, 406-3928. Nurses Care, reliable, trusted professionals we can all depend on.
Let's get tough on breed your larceny. It will destroy our economy. Larceny threatens our food security. Can hurt us locally, hurt us globally. To all the buyers, ask for license from all produce sellers. To all people, 300 from police for them thieving fellas. To all the families, don't steal produce from your brother. Then you sell it to traffickers, hotels and street vendors. Nah, man. Let's do all we can to stop radio larceny. New vigilance, new laws, and a tough judiciary. Stop Grenada's organized business crime. It's time.
To report radio larceny, call 300.
There are those who say they care, and then there is Jediah's Pharmacy, conveniently located at the front entrance of the Bruce Street Mall, right next to a Rise Up Credit Union. We offer premium quality products and services, and when you need us, we are there, offering you around-the-clock service, Mondays to Fridays, 7:30 to 7 p.m., Saturdays, 9 until 7 p.m., and Sundays, 10 until 2. At Jediah's Pharmacy, we show care with a beautiful smile. Call us today at 440-5342. The number again, 440-5342. Happy holidays from the management and staff of Jediah's Pharmacy.
Leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Light up this Christmas with Republic. Come on and brighten up the holidays with Republic.
Light up your Christmas with Republic Bank. Light up your home with renovation. Light up your driveway with a new vehicle. Even better, light up the faces of your loved ones with a loan from Republic Bank. Get up to $50,000 unsecured, reduced interest rates, quick approvals, and win cash prizes with Republic Bank.
The holidays are here. Republic spreading the cheer. Come on and light up your Christmas with Republic.
Make this Christmas your brightest with Republic Bank. Special terms and conditions apply.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back to the news. The labor movement continues to hold government in contempt for the arrogant and vindictive handling of the 4% increase in salaries for public workers and the Grenlec repurchase. During the Senate budget debate, Labour Senator Andrew Lewis said it is totally disrespectful for government to continually refuse to come clean on where the funds came from. Here's Gerard Joseph with that story.
Where money is and where you get money. The fact is it has been paid, and it paid with local money. If somebody gave us, you should be happy for it. You should not be worried. You should not be, that's your issue. But where it come from? It come from here.
The arrogance of power is the term being used by Labour Senator Andrew Lewis to describe government's constant response that it is not the people's business as to where the $200 million came from to repurchase Grenlec from WRB. Senator Lewis said it has left the Labour movement to speculate that the $200 million are now included in Grenada's debt stock.
This is not a rum shop where you ask somebody something and they tell you, but where we get his money is in different places. This is the parliament. This is where we address the people's business. And we have asked to give us something officially to say, well, these monies came from here, there, or where.
The senator said the lack of transparency defeated the purpose and significance of the repurchase, which was backed by the Labour movement.
Labour in the 1990s, magistrates of Grenada opposed the sale of Grenlec. Labour supported the repurchase of Grenlec.
Lewis, who is the president of the Trade Union Council, also noted that the real issue of contention, or what the labor movement has condemned, is the manner in which the repurchase was completed, a deal filled with personalities.
Knowing their level of competency, the only thing that can explain that bungle, the only thing that can explain us having to pay probably 50% more than we should have paid, recognizing that the deal made in the 1990s was bad, recognizing that the deal made in the 1990s brought us where we are. When WRB had called for or proposed $8 or $9 a share, and that was not taken up. But we end up having to pay $17 or $18 a share. That must mean that we are reckless in what we are doing.
The Labour Senator, while welcoming the relief measures via the electricity bills, cautioned against the loss of jobs due to the actions taken.
And that is why it will be extremely important for us to ensure that our boards of directors in the various statutory bodies are made up of people with a level of competence that can manage properly.
Senator Lewis, though noting that government dividends have drastically increased since the repurchase, elaborated that government will be judged based on the decisions and policies implemented. Private sector Senator Christopher Diali also expressed interest in government's plan of action to make shares in Grenlec available to be bought by Grenadians, especially young people. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
Meanwhile, one of the major concerns for the labor movement is what is being termed as the ownership of Grenada by ordinary Grenadians. Labour Senator Andre Lewis has impressed that their concerns surround the issue of prime real estate falling into the hands of foreign nationals. Another major issue which ties in is the subject of minimum wage. Here's Gerald Joseph once again.
Labour Senator Andre Lewis has welcomed the imminent introduction of a land use policy which he highlighted will be instrumental in the realignment of society. Senator Lewis also pointed to the 2035 Sustainable Development Agenda as a major factor in improving the standard of living of Grenadians. The TUC president, however, stated that the ability to influence and manage access to local ownership of the scarce land resources must be had.
One of these ways that can be assisted is by making use of the opportunity that COVID-19 has presented to us. COVID-19 has presented a number of opportunities. One of those that we ought to make use of is a realignment of our society, a restructuring of our society.
The Labour Senator noted that some of the lowest paid employees, despite being lauded for their efforts at the front line, are the sanitation workers, as well as the gas station attendants and grocery or supermarket workers.
And that is why Labour has advocated for the review of the minimum wage. The argument has been made that this is not the right time to do it. We hold a different view. And we are saying that the society needs to be restructured and the wages addressed so that our workers can not just maintain their standard of living, but can improve their standard of living.
Senator Lewis said the minimum wage must be significantly increased to ensure workers can have savings rather than the hand-to-mouth that has become the norm.
To help move our people out of poverty, using the figures that have been given for 2019 of 27%. And it will be higher now. These are structural issues that must be addressed. And this is something that we all collectively must work on. This is not just a call to the government. I want to repeat this. This is not just a call, but obviously you're in governance. And therefore the lead role starts with you. You set the tone and you set the pace. Let's work collectively to get on this. The private sector, the labor movement, government.
I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
And now let's turn our attention to what has been creating a buzz on social media. Rena Perry-Thomas has been looking around the platforms.
We present the news. You analyze the various topics and distill the issues as they unfold. Your distillation points matter as we're about to highlight them in our Social Buzz Report.
Police have denied reports that a man caught on camera fleeing the scene of an accident was due to a police chase. They are also investigating the circumstances surrounding an accident which resulted in the hospitalization of a 60-year-old man. GBN brought the story, and you, our online audience, took to the comment section to air your views. Keldon said, "Why police have to lie so? It have a video showing live what took place. That's why they can't give you body cameras in Grenada. All you go lie on it too. Sad. No one should trust police. They're good with story." Anthony Joseph commented, "How could the accident on Friday be considered as not a chase by police? Police vehicle pulled up with guns drawn out seconds after the driver fled the scene." Cheryl Charles wrote, "If not a police chase, then what it was? You all making people have no confidence in the police force." David R. Modu said, "It was a police chase. Any fool could see that." And finally, Kishanda Joseph asked, "So question, traffic department does get an automatic notice when a vehicle gets hit, or was it in their temporary office by the bakery? Because if they were there as a result of the accident after a call, that was mighty fast." That's a wrap for tonight's buzz. Continue to share your thoughts and concerns with us on our social media platforms.
And still to come from us, 5 more students benefit from the Helping Empower Our Nation project. This is News at 7.
2050, 2050, 2050. That's our pledge to you. You get 20% of the purchase of 4 new tires at Premium Auto Services. And that's not all. You get an additional 50% discount on your wheel alignment. Wow! Now that's a deal. Additionally, you receive free wheel balancing service with the purchase of 2 new tires. It's a 2050 deal. Only at Premium Auto Services. Call today to place your order. 439-4000. Offer valid while stocks last.
It's 12 days of Christmas at Courts. See the good this season and enjoy all your favorites. Shop today for 80% off Christmas decorations. Get a free rug with the purchase of any dining set and save big on TVs, appliances, power tools, mattresses, furniture, and much, much more. Remember, only with Courts Ready Finance do you pay nothing until March 2022. It's 12 days of Christmas. Come celebrate with your friends at Courts. Offers valid for a limited time. Conditions apply. See online and in store for details. Courts, bringing value home.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements, or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 418-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Foliage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
Introducing YouTube and TikTok to the Digicel Prime Bundle. Now get 1 gigabyte daily to enjoy more YouTube. Plus 1 gigabyte daily to like more TikTok videos. It's simply more entertainment bundled together. Get a 7-day bundle for $35 in My Digicel. More apps, more data, more fun. Digicel, better together.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Introducing Color by Sissons. 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 Color by Sissons.
Once upon a time, we shopped at Wonderland, then Neverland. But we're all grown up now and no longer believe in fairy tales. So now we just shop at Shoes R Us. At Shoes R Us, we stock the latest in shoes, tops, and jeans for the fashion-conscious lady. We also carry colognes and much more. And for the modern trendy male, we have the latest brand name shoes and sneakers, Converse, Reebok, Nike, K-Swiss, Puma, and much more. So check us out at our two convenient locations, Melville Street in St. George and Ben Jones Street in Granville. At Shoes R Us, we say, come shop with us.
With Republic Bank. Light up your home with renovation. Light up your driveway with a new vehicle. Even better, light up the faces of your loved ones with a loan from Republic Bank. Get up to $50,000 unsecured. Reduce interest rates, quick approvals, and win cash prizes with Republic Bank.
The holidays are here. Republic spreading the cheer. Come on and light up your Christmas with Republic.
Make this Christmas your brightest with Republic Bank. Special terms and conditions apply.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
It's the season for all the merry get-togethers and favorite holiday festivities. So how much fruit is too much for Granny's delicious black cake recipe? Or how much paint do we need to fix up the living room? Did someone say punch the creme? Share it all on every device when you bundle. Add a postpaid mobile to your new or existing home services and save 50% off your mobile bill every month. Plus, get a free smartphone. Bundle now and get 10 times the chance to win over $100,000 in cash and prizes with Flow, the nation's only island-wide network.
Burden associated with tertiary education has been lifted off the backs of 5 parents. Chrislina John has this report.
The Helping Empower Our Nation HEON project is easing the financial burden of 5 parents. This project is geared at helping students who have completed their secondary education and have the aptitude to further their studies but cannot afford to. The project, almost into its 6th year, has sponsored 52 students in their educational journey at the TMRSO Community College and at NULO, as outlined by PRO Colin Perman.
Big audacious plan is that every student who leaves high school, once you have interest in higher education, we believe that you should be able to access it. So one day our goal is, wherever the HEON project may reach, that we can support any student who comes to us, not just picking because we can only afford to sponsor 5, we can only afford to sponsor.
Perman reminds recipients of their responsibility, noting that the sponsorship does not come free.
For every student that's sponsored, it meant that some students were not sponsored. So your responsibility to the project is to ensure that you meet TAMCC's goal, academic goal of the 2.5 GPA. I think if TAMCC is 2.0, we're 2.5 or 2.7, right? So you have to meet that objective, because we're not in the business of throwing monies away, right? The other objective that our recipients are expected to meet is giving back to their communities. This is how you pay your way forward. You have to do a community project at the end of your first year in order to qualify for the second year.
Perman says they could not have survived without the assistance of corporate sponsors, most of whom have contributed financially and otherwise. Some of those were recognized. The ceremony was held at the Grenville Secondary School, Rivulet Lane, Grenville, St. Andrew, over the weekend. Chrislina John, GBN News.
And now let's take a peek through the GBN eyesore lens.
A good eye captures all. GBN eyesore is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Christmas Day is just 5 days away, and our eyesore reporter has been harvesting their sorrel plants to make the notorious sorrel drink. This Christmas season, however, our citizen journalist noticed that their sorrel plant was also bearing okra.
The sorrel for itself here, the okra here. Sorrel for itself here, okra right here, sorrel for itself here.
We thank our eyesore reporter for sharing this interesting phenomenon. Continue to send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Stay with us. The weather is up next, followed by sports and our probe around the globe.
Spare your pocket, spare the earth, always act when left. Save energy, save our time. We choose your wattage and we choose your time. When you use appliances, make sure you buy energy efficient every time. Spare your pocket, spare the earth. Always act when left, you come first. Spare your pocket, spare the earth. Always act when left, you come first.
Immerse yourself in the pure and simple fragrances celebrating the best of nature, delicate flowers, the great outdoors, and the open ocean with Beep Air Freshener. Calming vanilla, berry burst, captivating orchid, cotton flower, ocean spray, and water lily make up the Beep Pure and Simple fragrance collection, capturing the purity and simplicity of nature that you can enjoy from the comfort of your home. Beep, for a happy, healthy home.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.
Ariza Credit Union wishes you a joyous and peaceful Christmas. May you and your loved ones continue to be safe as you enjoy the festive season.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.
Ariza Credit Union, your financial freedom, your future.
We're here to make you happy, 'cause that's what we do.
You're already ill and have no time or energy to walk every which way to access your healthcare needs. So Come to Spice Isle Imaging on the Carenage for a one-spot stop for all your health service needs. See our in-house doctor and get your meds from the pharmacy right on location. Digital X-ray, MRI, CT scans, mammography, ultrasound and laboratory services are also available. So for that moment when life makes demands on you, you can make demands on us. Visit us at Spice Isle Imaging, Carenage, St. George's.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
Was ever a time to keep and stay healthy? It's now! We at Hills and Valley are here to help you take deliberate steps to maintain your health. We stayed true to maintaining the most comprehensive rates while stocking the widest range of medicines and health devices, including personal protective equipment. There are so many benefits shopping with us. You get great savings through discounts for senior citizens and reward cards for loyal customers. Ask about owning yours today. Visit us at Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George, Jubilee Street opposite the Grenville Bus Terminal, and at Hillsborough, Carrico. Our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street also stocks the widest range of pharmaceuticals. We are with you on the hills and in the valleys. We are Hills and Valley Pharmacy.
Gifts of love with dread, bringing love for you this year. Communion showing that we care, with gifts of love with dread.
We're bringing you gifts of love with cheer at the communal. This Christmas, we are your Santa. It's all about sharing the warmth of this season with those you love. Get in on this special loan, taking advantage of great interest rates with no principal payments until January 2022. Share the gift of love. Make it a merrier Christmas with the communal. Exciting prizes for members throughout the promotion. For we are your Santa this Christmas. Offer ends January 31st, 2022. Lending terms and conditions apply.
Communion showing that we care, with gifts of love with dread.
Keeping an eye on the weather. This is GBN. We've got you covered.
This is the public weather forecast for the state of Grenada. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy and windy with light isolated showers. Tonight's minimum temperature 24.5 degrees Celsius. Winds will be east-northeasterly to easterly at 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Seas will be moderate to rough with waves 6 to 9 feet in open waters. A marine advisory remains in effect, so take note. Tides will be low at 11 p.m. and high at 5 a.m. On Tuesday, sunrise will be at 23 minutes after 6 and sunset 12 minutes to 6. Weather will be partly cloudy and windy with light to moderate afternoon and nighttime showers. On Wednesday, sunrise 6:24 a.m., sunset 5:49 p.m. It will be partly cloudy to cloudy and windy with light to moderate showers, which may become heavy at times and a low chance of thunder. Then on Thursday, sunrise and sunset 6:24 and 5:49 respectively. It will be partly cloudy and windy with light to moderate isolated showers. And that's the weather report and forecast valid for tonight and the next 3 days. Stay tuned. Sports is next. Good evening, sporting fans. Let's start with swimming. In the wee hours of Sunday morning, Kimberly Ince, Anika Charles and Delron Felix all swam personal best times in their respective events at the 15th FINA World Swimming Championships in the United Arab Emirates. Kerry Oliver swam his personal best on Saturday morning in his 50-meter freestyle event, clocking 23.58 seconds compared to his previous 24 seconds flat. It was Anika's final event on Sunday when she again made a personal best time, this time in the 100-meter breaststroke, clocking 1 minute 16.24 seconds compared to her previous 1 minute 18.49 seconds. Kimberly swam her personal best time in her first event, the 50-meter backstroke, finishing in 30.30 seconds, while Delron Felix also in his first event swam a personal best in the 50-meter butterfly, improving his 26.29 seconds to 25.67 seconds. Let's move on now to cricket. Over the weekend, Cricket West Indies announced that it will commence a new recruitment process for the new men's selection panel in January. The recruitment will replace lead selector Roger Harper and fellow selector Miles Bascom, whose contracts will not be renewed when they come to an end on December 31st. An interim selection panel has been established with head coach Phil Simmons at the helm, along with the captains in the respective men's formats. Jimmy Adams, CWI's Director of Cricket, will oversee the process. The West Indies men's next series is against Ireland at Sabina Park, Jamaica, where they will play the 3-match CG Insurance One-Day International Series on January 8th, 11th and 14th, and the one-off T20 International on January 16th. And that's the sports news for now. Regional and international developments are up next. Good evening. Let's start in the Republic of Barbados. As Christmas Day approaches, Barbadian consumers are enjoying a much-deserved ease on Monday with a VAT-free day for shopping, and retailers can expect increased sales at their stores despite the short notice. Here's Barbados Today with that report.
Barbadians are expected to descend on shopping outlets today to cash in on lower prices on VAT-free day, announced on Saturday by Minister in the Ministry of Finance, Ryan Strawn. Retailers spent most of Sunday readying their businesses for today given the short turnaround time. Our news team spoke to business owners in the city on Sunday.
I must compliment the government on Cider. It's going to be proved to be a huge help to the consumers. Truthfully, the private sector was not consulted, and the government gave us only 36 hours to prepare for it. Many of us have issues with our IT to try to get it right, to be in a position to serve our customers come Monday morning. And we will do what we have to do to get there. I can tell you at our beds, we're ensuring that our stores are well stocked. We're going to present everything we do with the VAT being exempted on tomorrow. So we will have a full inventory layout, and all our customers are welcome to come in and buy on VAT free.
It's always good to be a bit more prepared. Obviously, I had no idea that this was happening. Well, yesterday afternoon, one of my supervisors brought to my attention that there was a press conference, and an hour later, this is what happened and transpired. So it didn't give us a lot of time, honestly, to clearly, look to get stocking, etc. Because only one day really on a Sunday, and a lot of businesses don't open on Sundays. But in saying that, we got the ball rolling here in terms of making sure that our point of sale system and our inventory can deal with the removal of VAT. our zero rate VAT on Monday, which we're going to do tonight for now. As we close tonight, we update and post up everything. We're going to put that plate system in place so that tomorrow morning it's not going to be an issue.
In an update, President of the Barbados Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Anthony Branker, assures that businesses have pulled out all the stops to update their IT systems so that customers can have a satisfying VAT-free day.
In international development, Sudanese security forces fired tear gas and stun grenades as hundreds of thousands of people marched to the presidential palace in the capital, demanding no more military involvement in government in a transition toward free elections. Let's get more in this Reuters report.
Hundreds of thousands of people marched to the presidential palace in Khartoum Sunday in protest against October's military coup. Demonstrators in Sudan's capital city were met with volleys of tear gas and stun grenades from security forces as some managed to reach the gates of the palace. Medics said scores of people were injured. Protest organisers called on more to join a planned sit-in after sundown. Reuters was not able to verify how many were able to reach the palace. Footage showed those who remained being tear-gassed heavily. Protests against the coup have continued even after the reinstatement of the Prime Minister last month, with demonstrators demanding no more military involvement at all in government in a transition towards free elections. A Sudanese doctors' committee said on Monday that one person had been shot dead in the protests in the Shargal Nile area across the river from Khartoum.
And finally, leftist candidate Gabriel Boric has won Chile's presidential election to become the country's youngest ever leader. In what was expected to be a tight race, the 35-year-old former student protest leader defeated his far-right rival, Jose Antonio Cast, by 10 points. Al Jazeera has more.
The sound of euphoria overwhelmed the streets of central Santiago. Tens of thousands of jubilant supporters of Gabriel Boric welcomed the impressive and hard-fought victory of the left candidate who will become Chile's youngest ever president. The president-elect, a 35-year-old congressman and former student leader, literally had to jump over the crowds and climb over barriers to make it onto the stage, from where he delivered a conciliatory message to the country.
Our government has the conviction to look forward at the challenges that we have before us. It cannot be just changed by talking to the mirror. I'm not here to only speak to people who think like me, to change the way people who think differently. We are here to ensure that once and for all, there are courses sufficient for all Chileans, and we can achieve a wonderful life.
Earlier, Boric received a visit from his rival, conservative Jose Antonio Cast. Cast had conceded defeat just a little over an hour after the polls closed. For the first time in 40 years, there will be a president who will attempt to change Chile's free market economic model, which millions of Chileans believe is responsible for extreme social inequality in this country.
The happiness that you see on everyone's faces here reflects the extraordinary expectations that they have placed in their new president-elect. But Boric faces a Congress which is split 50-50 between his supporters and his opponents, which means that he's going to have to make huge concessions. And that begs the question, how long will this enthusiasm last?
Boric acknowledged that he faces serious economic and political challenges, but for at least a short while, it was time to celebrate a victory that symbolizes a huge leap of faith by the people of Chile. Lucia Newman, Al Jazeera, Santiago.
And that's it for regional and international news. A recap of the headlines is up next. And now let's look back at what made news tonight. Police hoping for a drastic reduction in vehicular accidents after a weekend alone. Workers at the Grenada Printery say they will down tools for 1 hour every day until government remedies issues at their workplace. Business representative in the Senate says one's vaccination status will determine their livelihood. Vendors in St. George hoping for a positive spin-off in business during the Christmas season. In regional developments, Barbadians welcome one-day free shopping, but businesses complain about short notice. Internationally, anti-coup crowds come out against the military in Sudan. And in sports, Grenadian swimmers clock new personal best times at international meet in the United Arab Emirates. That's the end of GBN Nightly News for Monday, December 20th, 2021. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. On behalf of the entire news team, I am Blossom Alexis-Welsh, wishing you a pleasant and enjoyable Monday.